Carolina Hurricanes have the chance to snatch victory out of the claws of defeat, literally and metaphorically, from the Panthers. So let's talk about it. Okay, as the series, we know about the 0-15 stats. We know about the fact that there's just a little mental psyche game with how the Panthers just can't, with how the Hurricanes can't, beat the Panthers, because the Panthers have their number. This series has gotten very interesting, and I think it's gotten very interesting in the way of, we saw how Game 4 ended. There was a goal taken away because it was offsides, and so this 2-0 went 1-0, where, we're a bizarro world. If Panthers score the next goal, this thing's going to OT and it's over. But I think with how just gutsy win after getting embarrassed in games 1 and 2, and then going down 3-0, it looked pretty drastic. Okay, this series is over. Wrap it up, put a bow on it. Panthers are moving on to the Stanley Cup final. We potentially have a rematch on our hands. I think with how they won Game 4, it opens the door for a moment where we got to go, it's now or never, Carolina Hurricanes, where I would say, I was originally leaning Panthers in 6. I was. But if we want to have this series keep going, they got to win right now. And we know it. And I think just with the fact of the stats, when you look at the stats on how the Panthers play in closeout games at home, if the Carolina Hurricanes can sneak out another gutsy win and push 6, because when Carolina has gone down 3-0 before in the past, let's just look at recent history in the playoffs. Against the President Cup Trophy winners, New York Rangers, they forced 6. Now, when it came back, they got embarrassed in Game 6 at home. Chris Kreider had a phenomenal game. But I'm sitting here seeing, if they win tonight, Frederik Andersen on, in net, he has another phenomenal game, plays on his head. Aho and Jarvis finally just show up, because it can't just be the captain's stall. But they show up, they make this thing 3-2, send Florida back home, where all the pressure is on them now because they haven't been able to close out home games. They sneak out another win, like how they did in the last game. We're going to 7. I know that's huge overreaction and it's very drastic because the Panthers do have a stranglehold on this series. And when you look at some of the guys that are coming back, Reinhardt's coming back tonight, Mikola's coming back tonight, Greer's coming back tonight. So, when you want to look at it that way, it seems pretty drastic and it seems pretty sparse. But I would say if Carolina can win tonight, this series gets very, very interesting because at that point Florida would have dropped 2 in a row. Momentum from gaining that 3-0 series lead is gone. Because look at that. They came into your barn, they won, fending off elimination. Then as a road team, Panthers are way better because we've seen them on the road. As a road team, Canes were able to defend home ice. And then look at that. That 3-0 lead is now 3-2. And then you have to go close them out at home when we've seen your closeout record at home being 0-2 so far in the playoffs. And it just makes for a good, if we're going to tell the story of how the Carolina Hurricanes won the 2025 Stanley Cup, we'll circle Game 4 and Game 5 of this series. Well, we'll circle every game from here on out from this series, considering they went down 0-3. But that's just huge overreaction. Just want to make this video real quick. Carolina Hurricane fans, how we feeling? Where's the optimism level going into this one? Is it over? Or do they have a shot? Be sure to let me know. Tell me in the comments section. Hit that like button, guys, and I will see you in the next video.